Let's have a tour, shall we? Brian Lebo here. Whew, we got an interesting one for you today. Now, what happens when you take a normal home in a normal neighborhood, but then you drop $500,000 into it and treat it as though it's a $5 million custom home? That's what we're gonna check out today. So we're in for a treat. There's a lot to unpack here. All right, first off, let's talk about the flooring. The entire first floor of this whole home is all very honed 12 by 24 inch porcelain tile. Looks incredibly elegant, really nice, really lovely, what you want to see. Where do we begin? All right, now this room that we're in right now, this was kind of like the prototypical worthless formal living space or a den. This was actually a wall before. They decided to turn this into a sports bar, so that's why you have this world. Much better use of space. Additionally, this was a wall as well, and they went ahead, blew it out, and put in this slider. So let's start unpacking some stuff. All right, first off, we have our bar top. This is all quartz, pretty obvious there. We do have our wine cellar built right in, and all of this are true custom built-ins over here. So we have custom built-ins here, we have custom built-ins over there, we'll see in a moment. And then you can see this triplex of monitors and displays up here. This house actually has 11 displays throughout the entire house and is being sold completely fully furnished. So we've got our memorabilia up here, unbelievable. Now, one of the cool things is because they put in this slider, this is something you'll never see in a normal home. They decided to make this into kind of like a little cocktail lounge area. So we have a really nice deck, a little seating area, and they did a great job with the design of putting some artificial turf on the walls, just kind of making it like a little beer garden. Really, really, really neat. And there's a million custom touches like that going on in the house. One thing we'll mention, they added 90 recessed lights. So there's an abundance of light, but a lot of these are more like accent lights. So at night, this house really, really shines. Now, the backside of the bar, we have plenty of storage for beverages, cups, etc. And then they actually put in a wet bar. So we do have a sink area here, even though the kitchen is right there. Speaking of kitchen, let's slide over this direction. All right, now we're in the kitchen. First up, let's move from left to right. Now, we have a custom built-in Thermador refrigerator. There you go. It's a hodgepodge of appliances, but they're all the best appliances. So really neat in that capacity. Now, moving along, we have custom built-in shelves, custom cabinetry surrounding it. And then we have the Viking 48-inch dual fuel range. So for your chefs, this is what you want. Beautiful custom griddle. Now above, we have the 48-inch Viking commercial vent hood. And what they did, there's a lot of just a million small designer touches to everything. But on here, they went ahead and put a plexiglass in front of it, keep some of the grease and deflection, kind of a nice touch. Now, moving it along, we have the mosaic tile backsplash, and we have the continuation of the gray quartz countertops. And then below us, we have shaker style cabinetry. Let's move over to the island here. Now on the island, we have a built-in farm sink undermount, really popular, what most people want in this type of price range and modern look. Over here, we have top of the line KitchenAid stainless steel dishwasher, my favorite brand of dishwashers, very nice. And then it's flanked over here by the Viking built-in microwave. Now above, they did a beautiful job with these chrome accents for the pendant lights. Originally, it was plumbed for 3 lights. They went ahead and put in, I think, was it 5 lights? And then one thing you can't see from this perspective, we'll run the B-roll. On the back side of the island, they did a wonderful job with the mosaic tile wrapping around 3 sides. Just another elegant look. This house is filled with those kinds of details that you kind of have to run through 2, 3, 4, 5 times before you start really realizing all of the touches that went into it. Now, one thing to mention, all of the windows in this entire house have all been cased. So we have custom cased windows throughout the entire home. And, you know, we've seen everyone wants modern flat baseboards. Typically, you're gonna see a 5.5-inch baseboard. Here, they went big. Go big and go home. So here you have 7.5-inch baseboards. Again, one of those things that doesn't show up on camera, but looks wonderful in person. We got a beautiful chandelier overlooking this dining room table. So we're great. Now, let's come over here into the family room area. Now, the idea, the concept behind this home, originally this was cookie cutter, just a nice, pulty, vanilla home. The designer of this home wanted to make this more of a loft style living. So that's why we really utilize the volume ceilings here and just the loft space that we'll see later, just the way they open it up with glass. It really gives it that modern look that you would want if you're coming from like Los Angeles, New York, etc. One of the biggest requests we have is to have this indoor-outdoor living, and they just killed it with that. So here we have a 12-foot slider that wasn't here before, so they went ahead, ran the header, put in this slider, and now you have perfect ingress egress to appreciate this backyard, which we'll get to a little bit later. But first, let's talk about the media wall. Now, never have I seen this done before. They went with a mother of pearl kind of mosaic. Now this is sometimes used for a backsplash, used in very, very small areas, very expensive material. They decided to run this all the way to the ceiling 20 feet high. So you basically have about 17 feet of mother of pearl backsplash. In person, the way it's iridescent and shines in the light looks like $1 million. It wouldn't be a custom remodel if we didn't have an obligatory 72-inch electric fireplace, so we got that. And for scale, we got about an 82-inch Samsung display, so that kind of gives you the sense of size and scope here. Now, flanked on both sides, they went ahead and used stainless steel and then brushed the corners, so it really gives it just that industrial custom look. Really, really awesome in person. Now, before we head into the powder bathroom and the primary suite, I want to talk about these stairs real quick. Now, like I think I may have discussed, this home originally being vanilla had your typical banister. So they were just white painted banisters, blah. They decided to go and spend the money, so we have custom glass for the staircase and wrapping around the entire loft up there. And then the bottom is actually made with stainless steel. So very elegant, very nice. And even the handrail over here is industrial. So we have a stainless steel handrail going all the way up. But my favorite part is this perspective here looking up the stairs. They use the same porcelain tile with a brushed nickel Schluter for the edge. So you have this beautiful, elegant, honed, polished looking staircase. Again, in person, this looks very custom, very elegant. So now let's go check out this powder bathroom, because this is even neat. All right, now the powder bathroom has more light than this, so sorry if it's a little dark, but it's connected to the exhaust fan, so yeah, we don't want to hear that. Now, first off, all 4 walls in this powder bathroom are all 24 by 48 inch porcelain. Beautiful. It looks like a natural stone. It looks so elegant. But the coolest part was the craftsmanship. In person, you'll notice that there's no grout here at all. They literally butt the joints. They're perfect. They're flush. No grout. Never see that. This is beautiful. Now we have an elegant mirror with illumination on the backside. But my favorite part is this floating vanity sink. Because this is so cold, which I love, because of the gray stone and the gray honed flooring, it has a cold aesthetic to it. And I love the wood veneer. It just gives it that warmth to really tie everything together. One thing we're gonna mention are all the doors in the home. Every single door has been replaced, and they're all solid core doors. And on top of that, they took them from 8 feet to 9 feet. So they literally reframed every single doorway. No one spends that kind of money because most people wouldn't think to even care about that. So those are the kind of things I'm talking about. On that subject of the mother of pearl, even in this niche over here, they ran a custom mother of pearl backsplash the entire wall. Beautiful. All right, now let's check out the primary suite. Coming into the primary suite, we've got a slider that heads right out to the pool. So perfect, perfect, perfect. Now, this is a great space. Again, the flooring in this entire downstairs is all uniform, so it's the same throughout. Coming over in this direction, Really, really, really neat. They did a 3D tile for an accent wall. And one of the things you can notice here in person is because you have so much hard surface everywhere, this accent wall actually dampens the sound a little bit. So very nice, and especially in a bedroom, very nice. But here's where the money's made. So let's check this bathroom out. All right, first off on this side, let's start with the mirror. They did a custom frame job around the standard mirror. Very nice, ties everything together. We have above mount sinks, great fixtures, and here we have real marble. This isn't porcelain, this isn't a quartz, this is actual real marble. So they spent the money there. We have elevated cabinetry, and we have the shaker style cabinetry with brushed nickel poles. Fantastic, but let's check out the shower. Now, the floor is seamless, so we have a perfect no transition into the shower. We have a linear drain. We have the matching tile in 1-inch squares. And then even over here, I mean, these are things I'm talking about. Even over here for our cutout, we have an accent as a result. So we have a chevron design here for the mosaic tile, really elegant, cool. We have 2 shower heads, and we even have 2 rain head, you know what I'm talking about. Rainfall shower heads. But one of the things I want to discuss here, again, these design elements, we just saw this in a $5 million home we shot a couple weeks ago, but this is cool. So while we have grout vertically, what they did on the horizontal transitions is they used the schluter on the side of the schluter. So again, it just gives it a really elegant, rich look to it. And when the light hits it, you can really tell. And there's no grout in there. Just a really great quality job of craftsmanship, something that you don't normally see. Now, we're not going to go in the closet because there's personal items that the owner does not want on film, so we're not going to see that. But let's check this out. How awesome. I never show you a toilet room because they're, unless it's an automatic toilet, who cares? But I love this look. If I were walking into the toilet, I'd want to see this. I think they did a great job. All right, guys, we have now finished the entire downstairs. Let's go ahead and head upstairs and see what's going on up there. Come on. All right, guys, welcome to upstairs, and we're in the loft area. So first off, I want to talk about this view. Now, in the original form, this was that cheesy white banister that we discussed before, and has been replaced with state-of-the-art, very nice glass. So when you're up here, I mean, it really gives it that lofty feel since you don't have the obstruction from your sight. It's just a great, great, great perspective, both from downstairs and upstairs. But it's a loft, right? Now over here, we starting to get into the crazy designer features. So we have an entire, when I say a picture wall, we have a picture wall, all mosaic of photographs, very, personal family photos. This will not be conveying with the property for obvious reasons, but we have our obligatory flat screen display. We have some custom built-ins, and then we have this designer feature over here. Guys, tell me what you think of this one. And then of course we have more recessed lighting, very, very cool, nice upstairs media loft. Now, the first thing we're going to look at is this secondary bedroom. But this secondary bedroom is kind of neat because it's in suite. So kind of nice for a 2,500 square foot home to have a secondary suite. But this is where things get kind of cool. So obviously we have our display for the television here, but this was actually designed to be the closet. So originally this was a closet, but that didn't leave any natural light, just one little weepy window that faces the opposing house. So what they did is they ripped the closet out, they added this window, cased it in, put in additional light, and what they did is they moved the closet over here into a dead zone. This makes a lot more sense, and it just makes this room feel a lot better with the addition of the natural light. So let's check out the bathroom. Now over here, just like we saw in the primary, the original mirror has just been cased around. We do have above mount sink, we have real marble countertops, our shaker style cabinetry, extended height, 12 by 24, all 4 walls all have the 12 by 24 inch tile. And then again, you always need one bathroom with a bathtub for children, fur babies. So this one has the bathtub shower. But I love this tile. You know by now I'm probably boring and I don't like a lot of color. I personally love this. So we have hexagonal mosaic backsplash as an accent wall. And I like how it has a little splash of color, a little sea foam, kind of ties in with the tiles. Just, you can tell this is a designer custom look of a home. All right, we've seen this. Let's move this direction. Let's check out another weird feature. It's kind of cool. So while we already had the loft over here to your right, loft, den, however you want to call it, we have this space as well. So currently this is set up as a little mock office, but how neat is this? They went ahead, did custom built-ins everywhere. We have dark gray quartz countertops, and we have a wet bar now. So we have a little sink, we have our refrigeration. So if you are upstairs watching a movie, or let's just say you're having a really difficult day at work and you could use a drink, guess what? It's arm's length away. Kind of neat. All right, let's move over this direction. And these are the final two secondary bedrooms. So right here, we have a linen closet, nothing exciting. We're not gonna show that. Now this bedroom is currently being used as an office. So we have the display here, we have walk-in closet. But one of the things, we have state-of-the-art ceiling fans, but while we have recessed lights everywhere, like we discussed earlier, you can see over here, two more recessed lights, but these are more for art. So just those kind of touches that really kind of set it apart. Same thing on this wall. If you want to display art, you already have that light. Really, really neat. All right, now we could cross over this hallway and check out this bathroom. And this is a gorgeous bathroom. Sorry about the noise. The fan has to be on for the light to work over there. So same thing, we've got the cased around mirror, we have 12 by 24 inch tile, all four walls, marble countertops, above mount sink, elevated shaker style cabinetry. But I really hope that this shows up on camera. First, love the 3D tile. This looks great. The second you walk in, you notice it. The way the shadows work looks wonderful. But this is such a cool, this is so cool. So again, we have a hexagonal shower pan with a linear drain, but this has the iridescent reflection to it. In person, this looks amazing. And over here even, we have our cutout niche for our beauty products. And even this has a halogen light. So just those designer touches everywhere just kind of gives it a more custom feel. All right, let's check out the last secondary bedroom. So we have two windows over here. We have the walk-in closet. Again, nice custom ceiling fan, 4 recessed lights. We have an accent light on that wall. And again, over here, you can see we have 2 more accent lights for your art if you want. All right, guys, that wraps up the entire upstairs. We've seen the entire inside of the home. So without further ado, meet me outside because there's a lot of really cool things going on out there. See you downstairs. All right, guys, now let's head outside because we got some cool stuff. Now, first off, this was our slider. We've got perfect ingress, egress. But first I want to talk about this flooring. I've seen this flooring before, and I'll be honest, I thought this was probably the ugliest tile maybe I've ever seen. Until today. Inside the home, maybe if you were doing a bar, perhaps if that was the look you were going for, like a gastropub. But outside, complete opposite. This is actually one of the coolest implementations of outdoor tile that I've seen. I absolutely love the way this all came together. So sometimes I'm wrong. All right, let's head over this direction. Now over here, we have an outdoor kitchen area. So first off, we have the same quartz counter surface that we saw in the sports bar inside the house, but here it's outside. Now we have our 48-inch Gen Air barbecue grill. And even here we have the same veneer for the island that we do on the flooring. And again, you can see it looks wonderful. Now we have a little outdoor sink, but here's what I want to talk about. We saw this before in the cocktail outdoor lounge area, but we have this beautiful veneer on the entire wall going down, but they even did it over here because on this side is the air conditioner. So really neat. This way, no one has to look at the air conditioner. It looks like it was meant to be that way. All right, now we've seen this area. Let's come and check out the pool area a little bit. So heading over in this side, I'm deliberately hiding something from you guys because I want it to be a nicer reveal. Now over here, we have our pool. We've got it turned off just for noise purposes, but we do have a water feature over here along with a shelf that you can sit in, get some shade, kind of chill, get some water on your back. Over here, we have our Baja shelf with a hole for an umbrella so you can get some shade. If you're a little bit darker complexion like I am and don't need a tan, you'll find me in the pool under the shade. But this is really neat over here. Over here, we have the same tile that we saw earlier that we discussed. We have the same veneer on the walls with this artificial turf, but we have an outdoor shower even. So really neat. And then use of the plumbing, we have a water feature that starts here and cascades all the way down this wall. So again, really neat custom features. But check this out. This is the best part of the backyard. Now, this cabana was inspired by a trip to Cabo that the owners took. And I have to say, this is one of the coolest implementations. Again, being in the corner, the way they made this geometric, what an awesome use. You guys gotta tell me what you think, but I love it. So over here, we have a viewing display, so outdoor display. At night, this would be amazing to watch the game. During the day, hang out. Love it, love it. So we have seating here, and even over here in this direction, we've got our fire pit. So again, at night, how amazing would this be? And during the day, you're shielded from all the light. It's 80 something degrees. I'm right under the sun, and I feel cool as can be. All right, guys, we have seen this entire property and I'm so interested to hear what your comments are. What was your favorite part of this home? Because I've shown you so many custom features. I'm interested to hear what you guys think are the best features of this property. And more importantly, tell me, would you rather spend $1.5 million on a home like this that's been completely remodeled, that has custom features that you typically only see in multi-million-dollar homes? Would you rather have this home, or would you rather have a boring vanilla home in a more upscale neighborhood, maybe guard gated, maybe with a country club? You tell me your thoughts. There's no right answers. I'm just interested to hear where you guys are at. Well, thanks for watching. Special thanks to the owner for allowing me to film this wonderful property. And without further ado, guys, there's a lot more property tours coming, so stay tuned, click to subscribe, share with your friends, and I'll see you all in the next one. Deuces.